Sir, ni ilo. Ibig niyo kasi. Pero vi var betrachter bij was neer je skur vi skal ni fan die next. Oh, wat file los die next.
Yay.
Nee, let nervous dealer out. Ding it must you never win.
Wow.
Wow,
That was weird.
That was different. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Today we're going to do something entirely different, Delynn.
Yay.
It's going to be totally off the wall. It's going to be nothing like you've ever experienced or we ever talked about before. It's going to be totally in reverse.
We are talking reverse mortgages.
Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
And I am Delynn Gaston. Thank you for joining us again today. And on today's show, that was weird.
That was weird.
We are talking about
Did you
reverse
like
mortgages.
That was kind of cool, wasn't it?
I know, I thought so.
I'm ready to walk up the stage backwards.
Our producers and stuff, they are so good, aren't they?
No.
But anyway, so we're
Anyway,
talking about
but that's not
reverse
important
mortgages.
What's a reverse mortgage, Delynn?
You know what? It is such a big misunderstood thing. So we thought that we would take a couple of minutes here and really give people like an overview. It's not anything to be nervous about, and it's not something to be afraid about, and it's not something to run away from. For some people, it is a perfect option that can keep them eating normal meals, sadly, in some cases,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, it's actually a very, very good program for the right situation. It's not for everybody, but
Correct.
so you need to really get educated on these programs, but it's available for seniors. And there's so many myths about there
I know.
that people don't understand. And if you educate yourself, or in our world, edumacate yourself, you know, it could be a great option for a senior and to be a life-changing vehicle. It could be the difference of eating ramen noodles or eating steak and lobster.
Ooh. Option B, please. Yum, yum. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to run down some of the most frequently asked questions.
No, we always have a top 20.
I
And today
know.
we got a top 326 questions about reverse mortgages. So stand by, folks.
But we did
And
cut it down.
and then, listen, after you see the first 326, we're going to reverse it. So therefore, 652 top questions coming your way.
Because
Are you
you've got
ready?
nothing better to do today.
Sit here and watch us. Yeah. 'Cause-
All right, so let's
what's
start.
the first qualification? I mean, the biggest thing right up front is really defined by the age of the borrower.
Eligibility.
Yeah, eligibility. Who's eligible, Delynn? Who's not eligible?
62 years old. You have to be 62 years old to become eligible.
Yay!
Not
I'm not
yet.
eligible. Yeah, well, you know.
So you have to own a home, obviously. It does not have to be free and clear, so don't worry about that. Some people say, well, I already have a mortgage on the house or whatever. Don't worry about it. That might not be a factor at all. But the age is the big thing. And how much your reverse mortgage can be for depends on your age. If you're 62, that's where it starts. You have to be at least 62. The older you are, believe it or not, the more money you get.
Yes, because if you think about the way the actuaries work in this is they put a timetable about what your expected life is. So your life expectancy plays a big role in this. So like Delynn said,
Oh, a little bit of a southern drawl there.
A little bit. I
Where'd
mean,
that come from?
it just came from somewhere
Someone's been
else.
hanging in Dade City a little bit.
Don't make fun of my friends in Dade City.
I'm not. I love the way they talk.
It's a whole different world, and what a great, beautiful, beautiful. It's like a whole different country, and it's really beautiful over
But
there.
we're off topic.
Oh yeah, 62 or older. So if somebody is 85 versus somebody who is 62, the 85-year-old, because of their life expectancy, will be allowed to get more money out. And like you said, if you have a mortgage, it doesn't matter. here's the key. You must have equity in the property, and it needs to be a significant amount of equity. You know, if you have like 20% equity in your property, this isn't going to work for you, meaning, you know, you owe 80,000 right now and your house is worth 100. This program probably isn't going to work.
Right.
But you can have your loan originator or reverse loan originator in this case run numbers for you to see if it's going to make sense.
And the other thing, just a real quick note, some people think that they're too old. Oh, no one's going to give me a 30-year mortgage, or no one's going to give me this because I'm 85 years old or whatever. That is not true. There is no age maximum on it. So you could be 99, you can be 100, and you can still qualify for a reverse mortgage.
Woo! Something to look forward to, right? 99.
There we go. All right. So what's the next question? The next one, are they legitimate? That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this is absolutely positively a legitimate program. In fact, it is backed by the U.S. government, HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, which also FHA. So
in fancy terms, it's an FHA loan.
yes.
So it is government insured.
Yep.
And there's a lot of you know, things about it. Again, we'll go through. But you know, for qualifications, first of all, it has to be your primary residence. So
Right.
And you know, so it can't be a second home or rental property you're doing this on. It can be a townhouse. It could be single family dwelling. It could even be a condo.
Yes.
So that's very important to know that now, mobile homes, manufactured homes do not qualify. Sorry, Delane.
The other thing that people ask
I
about.
knew you were going to ask me, so I'm just apologizing up front, you know.
Another myth that's out there is that the government holds title to your home. No, they don't.
No.
No, they don't. It works just like a regular mortgage. You still own the title to your home. You still have the title to your home. There's just a lien on it, just like with a regular mortgage. There's a lien on it. That's all.
Yeah, I like that voice. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. That's really cute. You know, a forward mortgage and a reverse mortgage. Forward mortgage is a traditional mortgage,
Right.
and Florida is a lien state, and all they're doing is put a lien on your property. It's no different.
Right.
So your heirs do get the property upon your death.
Right.
In fact, they have 1 year in most programs to make a decision on the loan after your passing.
Right.
So they could sell the house, they could refinance the house. That decision is up to theirs and recoup the equity. Now, let me tell you something that's not in here that a lot of people are unaware. When you do a reverse mortgage, well, the first thing is you'll have to go through counseling. They do have specific reverse mortgage counseling that you have to do to get educated on this. They want to make sure you're of sound mind when you do this, because it is for seniors. It's a very delicate subject area, and we can't, you know, be taking advantage of the seniors. But I'm thinking about, you know what? Let's go on a lunch break.
You're hungry all of
I
a
am,
sudden?
just like that.
We have a lot more to talk about with
because we're
reverse
talking
mortgages.
about seniors, and I thought about my grandma and how she used to cook. So now I think we should take a break. Let's see what Casey's cooking up. Let's see if we have some jambalaya going on here.
I'm Casey Quaretti, this is Chat and Dish, and today I am going to show you how to make, fresh from Florida, a delicious jambalaya. When I do jambalaya, I always do all my prep work ahead of time. It makes it so easy when you throw it all together. So this is what I've organized. 2 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of beautiful fresh Gulf shrimp that I've cleaned and deveined. And then I've got 2 cups of oven roasted Florida tomatoes. If you can't do this with fresh tomatoes, go ahead and use a can of 14-ounce cooked and chopped tomatoes. I've also got 3/4 cup of long grain uncooked rice. Then we're on to 1 cup of fresh sweet onion that you have diced up nice and fine. We've got 3/4 cup of ham that's also diced. Then we've got Andalusia sausage. If you can't find that, you're going to use 8 ounces of kielbasa instead. Then we've got chopped celery, that's about 2/3 cup. We've got a 1/4 cup of yellow pepper that we've finely diced also. Then we've got a smidge of saffron, a couple tablespoons of nice extra virgin olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic that are minced, a 1/4 teaspoon each of smoky paprika and black pepper, and then we've got a bay leaf and a few sprigs of fresh thyme. That's it. Let's go make our jambalaya. Step one is grab your olive oil, your onions, your celery, and your yellow peppers. Head over to the stove. When your oil's nice and hot, add your onion, celery, and sweet peppers. Saute until they're nice and soft. When your onions and peppers start to give up some of their juices, go ahead and add your garlic. Just stir that in. I've grabbed the spices, the sausage, my rice, and tomatoes, along with the chicken stock, and I'm heading over to the stove. Our onions are translucent and the celery is nicely softened, so let's go ahead and add our tomatoes, our saffron, smoky paprika and pepper, fresh thyme, bay leaf, sausage, rice, and chicken stock. Give it all a stir. Drop your heat to medium-low. You want to cover it and let it simmer for 15 minutes. Stir in your shrimp. Cover and simmer for 5 minutes. Our last step is to stir in the ham and let it warm through. Then you're ready to serve. I cannot wait to taste this. I have to get a little bit of everything on my spoon. Hot. This is fantastic. The tomatoes, the sausages, the Gulf shrimp, fantastic. You know what it is? It's a little bit of sunshine from Florida direct to you. As always, thank you for visiting and sharing this wonderful Florida jambalaya moment with me. Until next time, I'm going to miss you. Cheers.
How's
Yum,
that?
yum, yum, yum.
How was that? How was that?
Spicy.
Spicy.
But in my opinion, spicier the better.
You think so?
Love that Cajun.
Some like it hot.
Oh, I do. Yum, yum.
That looked like some good jambalaya. That's
yum,
all
yum.
I'm saying.
Thank you, Casey.
All right.
You are awesome.
But you know what?
What?
You are off subject. You are off track.
Oh.
You need to get back with
Now.
the show. All right?
Yeah, it's always me, right? Thanks.
I'm just
But
saying.
anyway, but back to reverse mortgages. Okay,
Oh, now you want to talk about the show. Sure.
So one thing before the break that you had brought up that I did want to talk a little bit more about is one of the biggest myths out there is people seem to think that they're going to lose their home. That when they pass, their home goes to the government and their heirs, their children do not get it. That no. Of course the children still inherit the house. A reverse mortgage works just like a regular mortgage, a forward mortgage they call it, just like a normal mortgage. When you pass, when you die, then your heirs are going to inherit the house. And just like if you had a regular mortgage, they have a choice. They can either sell the house and pay the mortgage off, or they can refinance that mortgage into their own name and keep the house. Same thing applies. There's no difference there. You're not going to lose your house. Your heirs are not going to not, yes, inherit the house.
It's not the same. There's one big difference.
Well, I was just going to say, go ahead.
All right. You know, because I only state the facts, ma'am.
Of course.
Of course. If on a regular mortgage, if I died and I owed $100,000 and the market collapsed and my house was only worth $80,000, guess what? My heirs are responsible for that
Right.
remaining outstanding balance. Or, you know, on a reverse mortgage, there's actually a premium collected at your closing that makes sure that your heirs are never left with an outstanding balance.
Ta-da!
Regardless of what the market does,
Right.
So if the market collapses, or remember when you're doing a reverse mortgage, interest is accumulating. So, you know, and they do table them so that you shouldn't owe ever more with the appreciation factor than it's worth. But if the market collapsed like it did,
Right.
remember that?
In 2007.
8 and 9, and probably carried over to 10. And we started to eat oatmeal in 11, ramen noodles in 12, and in 13 we went back to steak and lobster. Right? Isn't that kind of the whole cycle of life? Anyway, but a reverse mortgage premium.
That few seconds.
Bam, 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 bam. Just like that. What a great.
The real estate world, according to Barry.
Yeah, that's the way it went. But oatmeal wasn't bad.
But that was good, actually.
It's true.
But
though.
no, that is a very important point because the point is that you're not going to lose the home. Your heirs will still inherit it. However, like Barry said, on the positive side, it's going to be better for your heirs in the long run.
Now, are there closing costs on a reverse mortgage? Absolutely. I
Right.
mean, you know, all your normal services, appraisal,
Just like normal
doc
mortgages.
stamps, title insurance, it's all real closing costs, but they do factor them into the loan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and a good loan originator will go over the details. They do vary on a reverse mortgage to a forward mortgage. They can be slightly higher because of title premium. You know, they have to make it so it's what the potential loan amount is. So it's different there. Doc stamps, same thing. So it's a little different, but you know, you'll get detailed. Trust me, you know how we hammer now on all the docs with
Yep.
a reverse mortgage. You know, it's like the package. You complain about this package on a normal loan. Yeah, well, when you do a reverse mortgage, like, you know, you're bringing it's being delivered by UPS, okay?
Bulk rate.
On a crate. All right, it's big. But
A lot of papers.
it's a necessary evil because they want to make sure that we're not, you know, it's seniors.
And, you know, and that brings up a good point. Whenever I'm working on a reverse mortgage, and I know a lot of loan originators are like this, a lot of times I want to speak to the heirs as well, because I want them to understand the whole thing, because it is very delicate. And unfortunately, sadly, over the years, there have been a lot of people who have preyed on the elderly and done some unscrupulous things. So we want to make sure, and the government wants to make sure that that doesn't happen. And that's why the extra paperwork and the extra steps and the measures and the education that Barry was talking about has to happen, because we want to make sure everybody understands the
Well, the
full.
counseling is one of the very first
Right.
steps that will be required of it, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so what else do we want to talk
Payment
about? Payment
options.
options. What kind of payment options are there? How does that work? What can you do?
Well, first of all, let's talk about that.
Do you want to talk about it in forward or reverse?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
That was weird.
All right. So you know, when you have a regular mortgage, you make a mortgage payment every month. With a reverse mortgage, there is no payment. You do not make a mortgage payment. So even if you had a mortgage, here's how it works, the general gist of it. Even if you had a mortgage, your new reverse mortgage, it's like a refinance, pays that off. And you don't have any mortgage payments. That is absolutely just taken right out of the equity of the home. And you don't have any monthly mortgage payments. And you are allowed to receive money. Yes, Barry, he's waving his hand. Move the camera that
listen,
way.
I'm just trying to help you out here, Delynn, because sometimes you forget the fact that, but they still are responsible for the taxes.
I didn't get that far.
Doesn't
You
matter.
just
I want to
jumped
make
the
sure
gun
you
on
don't
me. Then
miss
you
it. They're still responsible for the taxes.
Yes.
Still responsible for the insurance, and they are still responsible for any HOA fees.
Right.
In fact, even though there's no credit check, you are going to have to do a monthly budget to show that you have that ability to repay. That's part of the reverse mortgage process.
Has anybody noticed that, and like, I'm kind of doing the bright sides and he's kind of doing the naysaying sides?
Hey.
Is it just me?
It's just
or,
you.
He's pretty
It's
much
just you.
jumped on everything.
All right, so anyway,
But
let's get back to reverse
let's-
mortgages,
And
please.
let's talk. I do want to say, though, that you get money. So this is a perfect thing.
You
Like
get
Barry
money.
was saying before, this is a perfect vehicle for somebody who maybe does not have a lot of income coming in. Maybe having a hard time struggling, like Barry was saying, eating ramen noodles or something like
Ramen?
that. Roman, whatever you call them. I like them, though. They're very good. We used to
Ramen.
call them college noodles.
Is that a-
Every
is that a new
college
flavor,
student had
ramen?
them. But anyway, so you get your mortgage is paid off. You no longer have mortgage payments. You do still have to pay your HOAs and or your taxes and insurance.
I already said that.
But you get money as well. You can either get it in a lump sum, the equity that was in your home, again,
Or-
based on your age, whatever you were eligible
Or-
for, or you can get it in monthly increments. It's
Or-
entirely up to you.
Or
Or
a line of credit.
isn't that getting it in a lump sum?
No, you can do it as a line of credit. They can leave the money there and draw it as they want to.
I was going to say, explain what a line of credit is.
That's a line of credit. You get a checkbook, you go, I want money. Boom, you write a check.
Right.
Or you call the company, I want money. It's kind of cool. It's a line of credit. It's
So
like it's like a home equity
it's a
line
great- there
that
you go.
don't have to repay.
I was just going to say.
I know. You know what? It's getting hot in here too.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Time to break.
Time to break. Let's go see what Devin's up to with McWilliams and Son and get our AC tip right now.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Devin with McWilliams & Son. Have you ever had a leak in your system, or maybe you're putting Freon in every month, every year? Stop wasting money putting Freon in and start looking towards a different alternative. This is a stop leak. It is one of the few that were OEM approved by manufacturers to be put into your unit, so you won't void warranties, and it helps improve the life of your compressor. It'll help you save energy and also prolong the life of your compressor. You could be losing tons of dollars or tons of Freon just by not controlling or even managing the leak. You've heard astronomical costs to repair your leak. This is a low-cost, safe alternative to try and control and minimize that cost. Give us a call at McWilliams & Son, serving all your AC needs.
Every week I learn something new from that guy.
I know. He's good. He's very good.
He's
They're
really
very
good.
good. Thank you, Devin.
Yep.
Thank you, McWilliams and Son.
Yeah.
Wonderful
good.
company.
All
Okay,
good.
so I know that this has gone on. There's a lot to reverse mortgages, so we kind of wanted to skim through. But a couple of things that before we go into our events and stuff that are going on, a couple of really important things I wanted to touch on. First of all, a lot of times people will ask, well, I already have my house in a trust, for the kids and everything. That's fine. You can certainly still get a loan when you have your home in trust. So don't worry about that.
All right, thanks for pointing that out, Delyn.
Next, are you going to do the next one? The other one is, if he's not going to do it, you can do the purchase part. The next one is income. It's your own money, so it's not income, so you don't have to worry about 1099s.
Well, you're borrowing your own money, essentially.
Right.
So it doesn't affect your Social Security or any
Nope.
of your other benefits. They do not count it as income.
Right.
Is that what you were trying to say?
A lot of people worry about that it's going to affect them, lower their Social Security or something like that. No, it does not.
In fact,
don't worry about that.
Here's my disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Check with your tax professional, but it may actually be income tax free. Just saying.
yeah.
What a cool thing.
Check with your tax professional.
Yeah.
Now,
disclaimer.
here's the brightest part of this. Well,
Oh,
it's all
there's
bright
more?
parts. The purchase, and Barry's going to talk about that.
Yes, you can actually use this loan as a purchase, a reverse mortgage purchase. So if you come up with
How's that work, Barry?
It works really good if you have a lot of money put down. And you will, when I say a lot, you're probably going to need at least half as a down payment. But the benefit is, you're going to put half down and you're done. You're never going to have a payment again for as long as you're alive.
Which is
And use
perfect
it-
for the people who sell their homes up north,
Right,
have
and-
all this equity,
And don't
they
marry.
move down here with a big chunk of money.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily qualify for their dream home here
Right.
that they want to get. They put half down.
Yeah, you don't have to spend
You have
that
enough
whole...
for taxes, insurance, and HOA fees. And now you have a beautiful dream home that you never have to make payments on again.
And you still
with that
have
loan.
money in the bank.
Yes, it's a pretty cool idea. What a concept.
What
Keep
a
your
concept.
money.
It's a wonderful, wonderful option for
It's
people.
a wonderful life. Is that a different show?
Yes, that's a different show.
I know.
Great show.
I
Different
know,
show.
I know. So you want to talk about
All
community
right,
events?
so
then?
now we
That's
have to
fine.
talk about community events.
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of events going on.
I know there are.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. In fact, there's so many that we're going to direct you to our websites to get you there, because we are the king of the community with West Pasco Business Association. And while you're watching this right now, Bowling for Boobs is probably going on. One of the
Right.
greatest fundraisers for the American Cancer, it's actually one of the largest.
In our community.
Yes, it really, really is. It's a great event, and I'm sure I'll be sporting my new bra. Can't tell you what it is, but if you come to the event tonight, you'll see it. You still got time if you're watching this.
If you're watching
on
the
the
show,
live,
right.
If you're watching
that
the
Lane Glow,
live original
Lane Glow on Old 54 in Newport Richey.
Yeah,
Please come by, and we have food and lots of fun. It's a huge networking event, and anyone is invited, so come on by.
And of course, you can find out about this and all WPBA events on www.wpba.biz. I love that.
I know.
And of course, you know that we have the river. It's hard to believe it. We're going to start talking about Christmas, but
I know.
the River Lights Boat Parade be coming up December 2nd and 3rd. Lots of details to come. That's with Main Street, a wonderful, organization here in downtown Newport Richey. And the Grinch will be the next week. Hard to believe, December 9th. Holy moly. That's some good stuff coming up.
We are just always busy, and that's what I love.
Not me.
I know. I was going to say, I'm waiting. Do we have any campaign stuff, Barry?
There
Barry,
is.
do you have any campaign?
Oh my
See, he used to
gosh.
go, oh. now he goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah, here's
This
what
is-
we got.
let me tell
we
you
got to
something,
vote on
everyone.
November 8th. Everybody
Everybody-
just go vote. You know what? Just get out and vote because it does. Every vote counts. Every vote makes a difference.
Right.
And we do
It does
have
matter.
we do have upcoming events with all kinds of things. We have a sunset cruise coming up in October, which is going to be a great time. We have a trivia night coming up
Oh,
in
that'll be
October,
fun.
which will be a lot of fun. Just go on barryforpasco.com, look at the calendar, sign up for these events. They're going to be a great time and a great cause because it's me.
And get out and meet your
You like that?
candidates.
No, it's not
right?
me. It's really the campaign. So
Right. Get out and meet your candidates.
yeah,
you
get to know them. Get to know
The
all
direction of our community is up to you.
of them. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, you
I
like
like that.
All right, are we done? Are we
yeah,
good?
I think we're good.
Thank you, everyone, for watching us. Please share us out there, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all of that fun stuff. We
Tumblr.
are today and every day.
Oh, moving forward.
We'll see everybody
I wasn't
next
done
week.
yet, but have a great week.
Bye-bye.